The car then drove at him without veering. He had his weapon drawn. And the vehicle, once it got started, did not stop, drove at him, clipped him on the knee as he had to jump to get out of the way of the vehicle. He did say that the vehicle does not stop after that. I asked him if the driver said anything to him. He said that there was nothing said, no threats made or anything like that. He did say he had recognized the driver as Mr. McLaughlin. He then testified that he and his partner then got into the vehicle and left in pursuit. So what we have then is the vehicle stolen sometime at night. We do not know, or there was no testimony given as to who drove that vehicle away. We do know when the vehicle is seen again, there are 2-3 people in the vehicle. And I'm not clear as to how much time has passed. It's been a few hours. So we don't know if the person who took the vehicle, drove the vehicle away from the scene, is even in the vehicle when it's reached at Westwood, because there's been no testimony given for that. If the court remembers differently, certainly they could say, but as I recall the testimony, they spoke with the person who owned the vehicle and they simply said that the vehicle was taken in the night and they had a GPS and they're able to track them. So at the time that the officers or deputies are looking for the vehicle, tracking the vehicle, they have no idea who has taken the vehicle, male or female, white or black, fat or skinny, tall or short. There is no description of the driver or the person who actually drove away with the vehicle. We just don't have that. But what we do have is 3 people who are associated with the vehicle. 1 person is in the driver's seat, and several hours that have passed since the vehicle was driven away from the spot. So let's go back to the first charge, which is assault with intent to murder. So based on Mr. Chalice McLaughlin driving at the officer who was in the space to which the vehicle must pass in order to leave the scene, based on him driving at the officer and hitting him, the prosecution is charged assault with intent to murder. Now, most of the time we see this is usually charged as felonious assault. In fact, every time I've ever seen this, it's been charged as felonious assault. And there is a reason that it's charged as felonious assault.